Hi, this is JG with a new edition of Weekly News Pills, a bouquet of events in last 7 days from across the planet. House of Dragon premiere draws more than 10 million viewers. The premiere of House of Dragon drew nearly 10 million viewers on Sunday 21st on television and the HBO Max streaming service, the largest audience for any new original series in the history of network, HBO reported. Anticipation for the series set 200 years before HBO's Game of Thrones. Fan conversation on social media where House of Dragon remained a top trending topic on Twitter for 14 hours, HBO said on 22nd of August. Apple to manufacture iPhone 14 in India. Apple Inc. plans to begin manufacturing the iPhone 14 in India about 2 months after the product's initial release out of China. Analysts such as Ming-Chi Kuo of TF International Securities Group have said they anticipate Apple will ship the next iPhone from both countries at roughly the same time. Apple and Foxconn ultimately determined a simultaneous start in India and China isn't realistic this year, although it remains a long-term goal. The first iPhone 14s from India is likely to be finished in late October or November, following the initial September release, they said. Matching China's pace of iPhone production would have marked a major milestone for India. Assembling iPhones entails meeting Apple's infamously tight deadlines and quality control. One challenge in narrowing the cap on India production is secrecy. Apple goes to extreme lengths to keep new product details confidential, and imposing the same rigorous controls in a second country would prove difficult. Student loan forgiveness could help more than 40 million in United States. More than 40 million Americans could see their student loan debt reduced and in many cases eliminated under the long-awaited forgiveness plans President Joe Biden announced Wednesday. A historic but politically divisive move in the run-up to the midterm elections. Fulfilling a campaign promise, Biden is erasing US dollars 10,000 in federal student loan debt for those with incomes below US dollars 125,000 a year or households that earn less than US dollars 250,000. He is cancelling an additional US dollars 10,000 for those who received federal Pell Grants to attend college. It's seen as an unprecedented attempt to stem the tide of America's rapidly rising student loan, but it doesn't address the broader issue, the high cost of college. Europe's drought, the worst in 500 years, a report. 2/3 of Europe is under some sort of drought warning in what is likely the worst such event in 500 years. The latest report from the Global Drought Observatory says 47% of the continent is in warning conditions. Another 17% is on alert. The report warns that the dry spell will hit crop yields, spark wildfires, and may last several months more in some of Europe's southern regions. Compared with the average of the previous 5 years, EU forecasts for harvest are down 16% for grain maize, 15% for soybeans, and 12% for sunflowers. The report warned that nearly all of Europe's rivers have dried up to some extent. Apart from the obvious impact on boats, dry rivers are also hitting the energy sector, which is already in crisis. Hydroelectric power has dropped by a significant 20% according to the report. China's jobless turned to car boot sales as COVID hit economy stalls. Once considered too low status for many, peddling wares on the streets has made a comeback due to COVID-19 pandemic as people who lost their jobs or closed their businesses seek new ways to make a living and work around China's relentless anti-COVID policies. Hospitality, tourism, and after-school tutoring have been particularly hard hit. This year, the spread of Omicron variant across China was the final nail in the coffin. Wang, 40, who had to give up his bricks and mortar coffee shop in Tianjin in 2020, started running his mobile coffee booth this summer after car boot fairs emerged in big southern cities like Chengdu, Chongqing, and Guangzhou. Under a canopy extended from Wang's van, customers relax in camping chairs with soft lights in the evening, completing the glamping experience. The rising popularity of this car boot sale market has helped me tide over the most difficult of times, said Wang, who reckons he earns about 1,000 yuan a day. China's economy barely grew in April to June. Youth unemployment has remained high, reaching a record 19.9% in July, the fourth month in which the rate had broken records. Apple self-service repair comes to M1 MacBook Pro and Air. The self-service repair program Apple launched in April is expanding beyond iPhones to include M1-based Apple MacBook Air and MacBook Pro laptops. Starting on Tuesday, you or a host of service centers, if you are not comfortable, will be able to find a repair manual. Buy select components from Apple, swap them out for replacements, and return the old components to Apple, in many cases for credit. The company plans to add more Macs to the roster later this year. That is all for today. Thank you and goodbye for now. Stay blessed. See you in my next weekly episode.